So this is gonna be a channeled reading called You Are Finally Returning to Your Natural Frequency. You're finally going back to, not to say you're going back to the way you were, but you are going back to the way you were originally supposed to be. You've finally found yourself again fully and or are about to. You've been making the right choices for yourself, and you've been doing very well in trusting your intuition, in trusting what you naturally feel drawn to and aligned towards. And you've really been healing your expressing yourself more. Even if others don't understand, and I heard even if others don't get it. So well done, like that's amazing. And this part is gonna be the energy check. So this will resonate with you if you are the type of person that some people might actually find you funny, like as in you have a sense of humor, as in you can literally be funny without even trying. Like you're not trying to make other people laugh, but there's just something refreshing and light-hearted about you that makes other people feel like they can relax around you, that they can have a laugh, that things will be okay. But that is the right people. I'm talking about those who are compatible with you. They're the ones who would feel at ease with you and feel like you're good vibes, basically. And we've got both the Queen and the King. So I'm getting you're very well balanced. You've spent lots of time going within, really developing both sides of yourself, the more practical side and the more intuitive, dreamy side, if that makes sense. So to other people, you're not too up in the clouds, like you have a refreshing groundedness to you that people feel like they can trust. And it's like slowly but surely, you're now radiating at the natural frequency you were always meant to be in, and soon enough, this will attract the right people to you and those who would like to hear you more, hang out with you, spend time with you. And why is there's this banging noise outside, but hopefully like it can't be heard or picked up on the camera, but it's so annoying. Like, yeah. So if this part resonates with you, then this is your reading. You're finally returning to your natural frequency. Okay, so before I even get into the situation and pull the cards, I've just pulled these cards so far, and straight away I felt the need to reassure any of you who might be listening that if anyone tries to question you or make it out to be like you don't know who you are and that you are confusing them, or that you're, oh my god, I was going to say something like so important, but it's like it completely wiped from my mind. That is so weird. But it's like, oh, now I remember. If some people think, oh, you've changed, like, or that's because those who have a problem with other people who quote unquote have changed, or they have started behaving differently and doing different things, you know. Those who are uncomfortable with that are really just uncomfortable with change in general. They don't like anyone around them to change. They expect you and everyone else to stay the same. And these people also expect you to be predictable. Whereas I think authenticity makes a lot of people very uncomfortable because authenticity says that we are multifaceted, that we can't just be put into a box, that there is more to us than what lies beneath the surface. And with question mark, I don't know, I'm getting this is in a passive aggressive kind of way. Like some people might even start, even if they don't directly question you, they might start thinking, oh, like what are you going through, or why are you behaving differently now? They're shocked that whatever changes you may be making, even if it's just to better yourself, or let's say lately you've changed something small, you've decided, oh, actually, instead of doing this activity or going out this place, this is just an example, by the way. Yeah. Uh, Say you've changed your mind, and you're allowed to change your mind about things and say, no, actually, I want to explore something else. I want to do something else instead. Some people who are very uncomfortable with change, they might even question that or feel very disturbed and feel like, oh, well, yesterday this person was interested in this thing and now they are looking at something different. Like, for example, okay, this is like, let's say, for example, something creative. So let's say someone knew that you wanted to become a fashion designer, but then all of a sudden you decide, or it actually feels like you're changing your mind, and you might go into something like exploring, what can I say? Oh, being a journalist instead. Okay, I'm just throwing things out there. So, like, from one thing to another, or people expected you to go in one direction and actually you went the complete other way. You've subverted their expectations. You've flipped everything upside down. Flip tables, chairs, no, like that. But it's giving that energy, like, not in an aggressive way, but in whatever you've done lately is something just different to what this person expected you to do, is all I'm saying, yeah. And wow, this is there's more to this, is going on and on. So with a mindset rockstar, I'm getting a lot of people is split. Like the people that are compatible with you, that actually like you for who you are, they find you to be so cool, to be iconic, or to be this person that has things going for themselves. Whereas, or someone unforgettable, you are someone unforgettable in a good way. Whereas those who just don't get it, those who just aren't compatible with you, or whatever, or they just will fail to see those amazing qualities about you. Yeah, and they're too busy worried about themselves and their own business and stuff. So now, what was I gonna say? Yeah, those who just aren't aligned with you, they would see this as a negative thing. Oh, you're doing too much. Oh, you're being rebellious. Oh, you're being challenging. Oh, when really, no, you're just expanding, you're evolving, you are actually going back to how you were always supposed to be, without the headache, without the trauma, without any of that stuff, without any of that BS. So now I'm gonna go ahead and flip some tarot cards to understand what you need to know about the situation, and then finally, as I always do, advice going forward. So the plot thickens, honestly. So with the reverse helper meddler card, when this card that I've made comes out in reverse, then it's the meddler card. Upright, it's the helper card. So it seems like other people are sensing and feeling your evolution. I can't think of a better word right now. They're sensing your newfound glow, or they think it's new. Like they're like, oh, I never knew that you collective were so amazing, and I like is that surprise? I got this like surprise Pikachu face of like they're probably just shocked and taken aback of like, oh, so wow. So that's you collective. Wow. Like wow, like for real. So and it's time for you, I've heard, to recognize the magic you have within you and the amazing qualities you have within you. Serious, no joke. And this isn't you being full of yourself or whatever it is. It's like give yourself credit where credit is due. Like some of you really are comedians, like or naturally funny. Some of you naturally are light-hearted. You do light up the room in an amazing way. And with the octopus card as well, and this card, Four of Swords, I'm getting this very strong message that there's hidden depths to you of creativity and abilities that you've barely even scratched the surface of, if that makes sense. Like, believe that there's more to your talents, there's more to your abilities. It doesn't matter what anyone's ever said. If anyone said, oh, you could barely sing, shut up. You could barely write a good story, blah, blah, blah. Or you may even, like, only take this if it resonates. You may have a harsh inner critic that may cause you to doubt yourself a lot. But now this is coming up as double confirmation. Actually, yes, you do have the talent. You do have what it takes. You do have this within you. And you do have what it takes. Yeah, all you need to do is show up and try and try and try in a way that is aligned. And now moving on, this energy is other people who have realized far too late. They're getting a rude wake-up call that, they're thinking, oh, what have I missed out on? That's what they're thinking. Oh, what have they missed out on? Or some people are just feeling like they feel, I don't know why I'm getting that sense, like they feel betrayed, even though that feeling is only coming from themselves, to be honest. There's nothing that you have done wrong, but they're feeling a way about okay, so this is giving the energy of someone who just expected you to stay the same, and now they're upset and throwing themselves a pity party because you have grown up and evolved and you have done what's best for yourself, and they just could not climb up with you. So you had no choice but to maybe leave them behind, or things just weren't exactly the same as they were in the past. And that's what this person is so annoyed about, all these people. Take this however it resonates. Remember, like, don't force any situation or message to fit where it doesn't fit. Not every message is for everyone. Yeah. And people are now extremely drawn into your peaceful energy, your new peaceful Why, when I say new, it's like I don't want to say new. It's never been new. You've always had this within you, under the surface. But it's like people are opening their eyes for the first time and feeling that, oh, actually, like they can't deny that you actually aren't the problem, that you actually are a peaceful, sweet person. You actually have healed for real. It wasn't a show or whatever. You weren't competing, you weren't um trying to put anyone down in any way. It's like people make these assumptions about you and then later on they realize, oh, not everyone realizes, sadly, but you just have to move on from people like that who will never see the truth, who will never realize it. But some people do realize on the inside, oh, Collective is actually much nicer than I thought, much kinder, I should say, kinder, yeah. Much better, more elegant, graceful, mature, a better person, talented, special, everything, yeah. And you, this is giving me like a new daylight energy, like it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and you may actually, why am I saying may? I need to also work on my own self-doubt for real. I'm strongly feeling, yeah, I'm gonna be sure. I'm strongly feeling that you will attract much better people into your life. But also, I have to also add, with the helper meddler card, however, not everyone is going to have the right intentions. But you do have a sharp discernment and a very good intuition that you need to trust more and see who is coming in now because they see something shiny and they just want a trophy, or who is coming in because they genuinely feel like they are aligned with you and cut from a similar cloth, and who can actually walk the path with you, if that makes sense. Oh wow, this has gotten past 17 minutes. But okay, finally I will finish this up with advice. Yeah. So yeah, the final advice I'm getting is try to, I would say, be more selective, definitely going forward, because you may have already known, if you relate to this, you might already know that not everyone can handle. Actually, no, I'm hesitating because I want to word this carefully. I don't mean, I'm going to start off with what I don't mean. I don't mean to say that the advice is for you to dim your light, but the advice is to not let these types of people, opportunistic, meddling people, know everything that you're up to. Or don't let them know exactly how amazing you are and how much you actually are talented, how abundant you are. This is the abundance card, because it protects you as well. The less that people know, the more you can just get on with it and get on with the things that's best for you, the more peaceful your life will be. For example, like, okay, this is just an example I'm throwing out there. For example, right, let's just say you're in a room, uh, not full of people, in a room, let's say there are 10 people in this room, and then 4 people, including you, are having a conversation, and then or other people are talking about, for example, how many languages they can speak. Random conversation topic, but yeah, how many languages they can speak and places they've traveled to. And then it's your turn to speak, and then they try to ask you, oh, so what about you, collective? How many languages can you speak? This is just an example. Don't take this situation as that I'm saying it applies to you. But let's say in this situation you say something like, oh, actually, yeah, I can speak English, I can speak, for example, Spanish, I'm throwing out languages, Japanese, um, and this, that, and the other. And you start listing anything more than two languages, actually. And then people give you this weird stare, like this, that they're just shocked and they don't know what to say. And then they say, yeah, very, very good. That's never put yourself in these types of situations, because that's the quickest way to stir up people's envy. And sometimes it's like they will take that as offense, like you've just outshined them. Because let's just say they can only speak one language, or they can only speak two languages, or something. Uh, or let's say someone is loves to travel, and then they start talking about all the places they've traveled. And if you jump in and say, oh, I've been to that place too, and I've been to that place, and I've been to that place. I know, like, when I used to make this mistake a lot, especially when I was younger, and I was so much more genuine and just innocent, if you can call it that. And I would struggle to read the room, and then I'd be like, oh, actually, me too, me too, me too, me too. And guess what? Like, I'm laughing, yeah, but it's funny now, but it's like people will really turn against you for that. I've learned many times. It's like they feel outshined, they feel disrespected. It's so weird how personally people take it. And there are people out there who, no matter what, they make everything a competition. So, the main advice actually is to not dim your light, but to use your discernment, really try to read the room, and never share your full capacity of what you can do. Unless, let's say, unless it's needed, unless it's something like a job interview where, yeah, you do need to big yourself up, you do need to show off all of your skills, and that's relevant to the job and what you can do. That's the time to actually reveal your true skills. Or whenever you're doing something creative, that's the time to reveal it. But not to the ordinary, mundane people. Yeah, not to them, because they'll turn everything into a competition, or take everything as disrespect, or like, oh, you think you're better than us. That type of mentality, like, that they have, that they're just stuck with. Yeah. So, yeah, make sure to read the room and kind of blend in, not in a way that compromises your authenticity, but okay, this is just an example. For example, okay, this is specific to, let me bring my situation. For example, and it's only been a few days of this, and I've already noticed a difference. So I think I can talk about it. Yeah, I'll actually talk about it. So when okay, so for some reason with me, right, I feel like the the workplace environment that I'm in, it's like everyone else can wear they can put on perfume, whatever perfumes they want, they can wear a full face of makeup, but it's like when I was putting on like very nice perfume that uplifted me, that made me feel happy, and when I would do a full face of makeup, for example, or I was regularly putting on perfume, making sure I was feeling my best and looking very well. It's like some haters have been really targeting me for that. In lots of passive aggressive ways, offhand comments, whispers, gossip. Uh, I've talked about it in more detail in a recent video I've made, yeah, about the covert. I've named it something about the covert bullies, dealing with covert bullies. Yeah. And I don't want to waste the reading with all that, but it's like lately I've decided, you know what? This isn't me dimming my light, but I'm going to, because they couldn't stop sniffing me up, and honestly, I'm telling the truth, and this is my truth. They couldn't stop going near me and walking around me. Zero compliment, by the way. Just sniffs, no nothing, and acting weird around me whenever I put on any kind of perfume. So now I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take their toy away, Yeah, metaphorically speaking. Did not wear any perfume. To be honest, I already was getting perfume fatigue. I was like, oh, I'm tired of this. And I just stuck to like a normal deodorant that I like and just, yeah, kept myself fresh and clean. And guess what? The amount of sniffs went down from 18, and trust me, I've counted 18, to, I would say, 4. Only 4 sniffs. And then the next day, only 2. And then now, today, I think I've only had 1 count of a sniff. And I'm like, oh my god, see? And it's like, when others do it, it's okay. They can wear all the perfume they want. When I decide, oh, 1 or 2 sprays of my perfume, then it's freaking World War III. Like, what? But anyway, yeah. It just really goes to show that it's not even about the perfume, it's not about the clothes, it's not about the makeup. It's about who I really am. It's about my energy. It's about how I show up. It's about how healed I am and the work I've done on myself. And they wanted to siphon my energy and basically use anything that's from me and use that to energetically latch onto. Yeah, I know it sounds far-fetched, but this does happen. For them to regulate their effed up nervous systems that they're not going to heal or face or work on. That is my theory to that. Because now tell me why I've taken their toy away, taken the perfume. Now I'm more at peace. Good. Yeah, so similar advice is like, don't reveal all your cards. Yeah. Oh, that's all I'm getting, yeah.